Orbex, a UK space startup building small launchers, has signed a letter of intent to sell its business to European space logistics startup, the Exploration Company, which I'll refer to as TEC for the rest of this video. Orbex was founded in 2015. They are developing Prime, a rocket that delivers under 200 kilos to orbit, with plans for a larger vehicle named Proxima announced in 2024. We know very little about this sale, as both parties are keeping the letter of intent confidential. All we have are brief statements from each company. Orbex CEO Phil Chambers said about this sale, "Our Series D fundraising could have led us in many directions. We believe this opportunity plays to the strengths of both businesses, and we look forward to sharing more when the time is right." Unquote. Helene Huby, the CEO of TEC, said, "Orbex and TEC are complementary. We are working closely with the UK government to ensure that our combined business reinforces the UK's launcher roadmap. We will be respecting the confidentiality of this process and will share more in due course." Unquote. Europe is investing heavily in the space sector at the moment. This is to build sovereign access to space, boost Earth imaging, maritime awareness, and secure communications. The Ukraine-Russian conflict highlighted the importance of space, with Elon Musk's Starlink playing a crucial role in supporting the Ukrainian government and military. It's worth noting that on the day of the Russian invasion, a successful cyber operation disabled the Viasat internet infrastructure across Ukraine and large parts of Europe. With all this activity in space, we are now beginning to see signs of consolidation within the European space sector. TEC, led by Helene Huby, has stated she intends her company to be the European SpaceX. The company already has factories in Germany, France, and Italy, and if the sale goes through, will now have a UK presence, including access to a spaceport in Scotland. TEC is one of the top funded space startups in Europe, with perhaps only ISAR Aerospace better funded. Helene Huby considers Orbex to be complementary to TEC. After acquiring Orbex, they would be fully integrated with the ability to send cargo or payloads into orbit with their own spacecraft and rocket launcher, the same as SpaceX with its Falcon 9 cargo and Crew Dragon vehicles. She believes that the space economy is going to be bigger than the oil and gas sector, noting that there has been an 80% increase in crewed missions over the last 5 years. As we enter the era of commercial space stations, that is likely to continue. TEC already has a contract to deliver cargo to the ISS in 2028 and has signed letters of intent with both Vast Space and Axiom Space for cargo missions to their future space stations. The behaviour of the UK government is puzzling. Orbex won an award under the European Launcher Challenge, and the UK government committed €144 million to the programme overall, but they only allocated €21.7 million to Orbex, despite the company being the only UK winner. Orbex would have to provide matching funds to unlock the rest of the award money, so perhaps it lacks the necessary funds. Let's look at Orbex in more detail. Orbex is developing an environmentally friendly launcher that uses bio-LPG for its fuel, something that it has in common with TEC that is working on a green propellant for its cargo vehicle. Orbex Ultra Green Launcher cuts carbon dioxide emissions by 96% in comparison to RP1, rocket-grade kerosene used by other launchers such as SpaceX's Falcon 9. Their Prime rocket can deliver 180 kilos to Sun-synchronous orbit, well below Rocket Lab's Electron vehicle. This vehicle is years behind schedule and is unlikely to be competitive as Rocket Lab dominates this sector of the market. The company planned their first launch of Prime in 2026, although with their Danish propulsion office closed and all of their staff let go, development is now stopped. Despite an injection of £20 million from the British government in January 2025, a poor Series D funding round seems to have resulted in the company looking to sell its business. Development of both Prime and their larger Proxima are likely stopped. Now let's move on to look at TEC in more detail. The Exploration Company. TEC, on the other hand, appears to be in a much more favourable financial position. The company is uniquely focused on cargo vehicles. Unlike any other European space startup, TEC is executing quickly with an agile approach to development, having flown 2 subscale demonstrators in space already. It has offices across Europe, with its main office in Munich, Germany. From this office, the company works on spacecraft avionics, power systems, and flight software. The Bordeaux office in France works on propulsion systems, re-entry technologies, thermal engineering, and mission safety. TEC's main mission control center is located here. The company have recently expanded to Turin in Italy. This location has a backup control center and works on docking and other complex mechanisms, in addition to life support and high-thrust engine turbo machinery. In 2025, they opened a Luxembourg office, which is dedicated to cryogenic refueling, which they describe as a critical development for deep space missions. TEC is positioning itself as a key player in the orbital economy. With new commercial space stations on the horizon, the demand for cargo and crew missions will increase. The company has global ambitions, with offices in Houston in the US and the Middle East, with plans for offices in India, Japan, and Australia in the future. Let's look at the key projects TEC is working on. Ambitions to be a global leader in space logistics. TEC has a number of key initiatives to position itself as a global leader in space logistics and commercial spaceflight. 1. A European LEO capsule and re-entry capability. The company is working on a reusable low Earth orbit capsule, a European equivalent of Cargo Dragon. They've stated their long-term goal is to make this vehicle human-rated, similar to how SpaceX developed Cargo Dragon first and then evolved the design to support crewed missions with Crew Dragon. 2. Lunar cargo return capabilities. TEC states there is a clear performance gap in the Artemis program architecture for returning cargo from the Moon to Earth. They're working on a lunar variant of Nyx, their LEO vehicle, with engines that support not only landing on the Moon, but capable of point-to-point hops on the Moon. Their Nyx cislunar variant can send 5,000 kilos to lunar orbit and return to Earth with 2,000 kilos. 3. A heavy, sustainable European launcher. TEC is driving the development of a high-thrust, sustainable engine, a key component of a future heavy lift launcher that will enable cost-effective and high-cadence access to space for Europe. This objective ties closely to their planned acquisition of Orbex. TEC has the ambition to develop launchers. It's working on high-thrust engines already. The acquisition of a launch company gives them the technology, facilities, and potentially UK funding to go full stack in the same way that SpaceX does with their launcher and spacecraft vehicles. So now, let's look at the range of engines under development at TEC. TEC Engines. The 3 engines TEC are developing are Mistral, in-orbit Manoeuvring. They're reusable, low-toxicity thrusters. This engine is a 200 Newton bipropellant hypergolic thruster. While this engine was originally intended for use on the Nyx Earth mission in 2028 to the ISS, the engine will not be ready in time. TEC has decided to use traditional propellants for the maiden flight while it continues to mature the Mistral engine. Future vehicles will be upgraded to use Mistral and its green propellant. Huracán, Moon. This engine is designed for their moon lander. It's an in-orbit refillable engine powered by cryogenic liquid biomethane and liquid oxygen. It can be throttled and restarted multiple times. And Typhoon, high thrust. Their high thrust, full flow stage combustion cycle reusable rocket engine. This engine is capable of providing 250 tons of thrust. During 2025, the engine has been tested many times, achieving over 85 seconds of stable combustion so far. This will be a very powerful engine, comparable to SpaceX's Raptor engine with the same engine cycle. That is full flow stage combustion. No other company in Europe is building such a powerful all-complex engine. Orbex Prime Launcher is not powerful enough to fly the Nyx cargo vehicle to orbit or to the Moon. A new larger launcher using Orbex's facilities, along with 3D printing, lightweight composite structures and skilled workforce, plus powerful Typhoon engines, could be a future direction for TEC once it has acquired Orbex. Nyx Earth LEO cargo vehicle. TEC is making good progress with their cargo vehicle, which they hope to fly to the ISS in 2028. In August 2025, NASA and ESA gave NICS Earth the all clear in Phase 1, the first of 3 formal stages of the International Space Station's safety review, confirming that the capsule meets all the hazard control requirements for visiting vehicles. The NICS Earth cargo vehicle is 4 meters in diameter and 7 meters tall. It's reusable and can carry 2,600 kilos of pressurized payload on its first mission to the ISS. The NICS vehicle is capable of sending 4,000 kilos of cargo to orbit and returning 3,000 kilos, which would be the highest return payload of any spacecraft. It uses an ablative heat shield made from a combination of Zuram with P50. The Phase 2 safety review is expected later in 2026, with a final Phase 3 review likely in 2027 or 2028. TEC has started production of Zuram thermal protection tiles and are ramping up this process. Each NICS vehicle requires about 80 tiles for full protection. Oura spacecraft in-orbit servicing. TEC is also developing an in-space servicing vehicle called Oura. This vehicle will be used for docking, refueling, robotic manipulation, inspection and satellite life extension missions. Under the European Space Agency's first in-space proof of concepts initiative, called INSPOC-1, the company will demonstrate these capabilities, including the transfer of non-cryogenic propellant. TEC is leading a European consortium to work on the technologies to demonstrate these in-space capabilities in a repeatable way. The mission is targeted for 2028. The company considers the INSPOC-1 initiative as a foundation for European solutions to commercial in-orbit servicing missions. Final thoughts. Looking ahead, TEC is on track to fly a cargo vehicle to the ISS in 2028, with multiple agreements to support future commercial space stations. It's working on Oura to support satellite servicing, propellant transfer and docking capabilities. It has an extensive engine design and qualification program with 3 different engines undergoing testing. With the acquisition of a European launch company and the potential to unlock undistributed UK funding worth €122.3 million, TEC could soon be in a position to build a heavy, reusable, high-cadence launcher in Europe with engines as powerful as Starship. Is the exploration company about to leapfrog other European launcher companies and be the first to build a heavy launch vehicle in Europe? What do you think of their plans for LEO cargo missions, moon landers, and future crewed missions? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this space video, consider buying me a coffee to help fund more episodes like this. The link is in the description. Space News Live is on Saturday evening or Sunday morning, depending where you watch from. The live stream is a great way for you to share your thoughts and opinions on the videos I posted this week, or on any space topic in general. I highlight the most thought-provoking comments on videos I've received, along with previews of upcoming content. If you got the time, please tune in and say hi. Be sure to like and subscribe so you will see our upcoming videos. We make videos every week covering the space industry, with an emphasis on the smaller space startups that aren't covered so well on other channels. See you soon.